Alright guys, Humble Fro here, gonna bring you a little bit of gameplay on Forza Motorsports 5 with my madcAtz Pro Force feedback wheel. Go ahead and get it set up. Get my gloves on, which are still a tad bit wet. Kinda crappy, but feels a lot better to have a glove on when driving with a wheel. Oh yeah, the gloves for sure did shrink. Go ahead and stretch them back out here. Okay, as you can see, we're going to go ahead and use the 1970s Camaro Z28. Grab a controller here, take you around. Trans Am design. Pretty good handling. We are going to go ahead and take this for a lap around Silverstone. Let me go ahead and do the full circuit. Now, in my opinion, this is a quite nice wheel because it's really nice to hold. As you can see on the screen, it only shows you about 90 degrees of wheel rotation angle, but on the outside of the car, if I can show you, you can see the sharper I turn, the sharper the wheels turn also. Well, I can. Which also means you'll get a little bit more turn response. Let's go ahead and take it for a lap now. Got a little bit distracted there, kind of threw me off the line. As you can see, for me, it's much easier to find the apex of a corner with this. Much easier to stay clean. Kind of find where the car wants to go. And most importantly, really stay smooth with a better handling car. This, of course, being American muscle, does not know how to take a bend. But with the wheel, it is much funner to drive than if you were to use a controller because it's much easier to control. Still, it's American muscle, it doesn't like bends. Like straightaways, it's going fast. So I take her on this bend actually quite slowly, could hit that a little bit faster. Coming up to the final chicane now. Again, much easier to use a wheel than a controller with this. Come around the corner and never really get that corner right. Kind of a difficult corner. And that's a lap around Silverstone with the Madcat Force feedback wheel. Now, a few things you probably did notice is this little rattle, if you can hear it. Now, that's the gears kind of locking back and forth and giving a little bit of play. And as you can see on the screen, there's really not much wheel lag. I turn it slightly to one side or the other. This game wheel does the exact same thing. Now it's pretty much having my inside dead zone set to absolutely 0, where I have a very, very small dead zone, if a dead zone at all. It's actually nice wheel. There's no responsiveness or force feedback from the pedals, but it is fully adjustable to give you some of that more stiffness of a brake, more stiffness of the throttle according to your preference. Now, another thing I do want to say before I end this video is that it's actually quite easy to do a burnout. As you can see, just kind of play with the brake a little bit. Much easier to do a burnout. A lot funner to do a burnout. And just hold it down, the car just takes off. If I didn't have traction control on like I do right now, it would have just burnt out all the way up the street. Anyway, this has been Humble Fro with a lap around Silverstone and a 1970 Camaro Z28 with Madcat Force feedback Pro Racing wheel for Xbox One. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time.